Everybody, let's give a big warm welcome to the host of Cough Drops, the worst late night talk show on the internet, Dustin Kaufman!
Over here on the house band.
Yeah, man.
This is a great good here tonight. We got business strip. Woo! Awesome. How's everybody doing? Welcome to Cough Drops. We got a lot going on in the world. We got a long show. We only got a short time to do it, so we'll get right to it. In recent news, they said that Miley Cyrus is one of the loudest voices for marijuana in the celebrity community. Will allow me to be an even louder voice for the marijuana community when I ask her to please shut the fuck up. A cheerleader in Texas is under heat right now after posting photos on social media of her posing over a lion she killed herself. Most complaints came from internet searchers who said that is not what they were expecting to find when they clicked on the video link titled "Cheerleader Hunts for Pussy." In other news, actor Nick Cannon is really looking forward. He has a sight set on playing Richard Pryor in an upcoming movie. Richard Pryor's kids completely disagree with this idea and say that would be the worst thing that ever happened in his entire life, including dying. Louisiana congressman who has been fighting for a long time for the abstinence for teens education recently had to come out and conclude that it does not work after he found out his 17-year-old daughter was pregnant, which led me to conclude that God is hilarious. We got a great show tonight. We got a really great show tonight. We got some really special guests. Before we move on, I just want to take a second from the show to do something a little different. Less than 1 hour last week after we filmed, my dad passed away, and this show wouldn't exist without him. He was literally just came to everything I did. So just out of respect for him and me and the show, I'd just really like to take a moment of silence, if I could, just to pay tribute to my dad. So if we could I'll just...
Fucking boring! Boring!
I'm sorry, sir, what? This is... Really?
Yeah, nobody fucking cares about your dad. We didn't know him.
Hey, if you want a moment of silence, why don't you tell another joke? Guys, I really think if you could just have a little respect and just allow us to have this moment of silence here, that would be, thank you.
Maybe you could do a moment of silence for my dad next.
Oh, is your dad dead?
No, but he's a mute. He's had a lifetime of silence. Give him 1 moment.
Okay, well, all right, fine. Well, you know what? Let's take a moment of silence for all the dads ever. All right, a moment of silence for all the dads.
Nah, Brian's dad sucks.
Okay, you know what? We got a great show for you guys. We got Dustin Pringle in the house. We got Cusick and Keck. Give it up for Bacon Straight. Welcome back to Cough Drops. Alright, as always, we like to start off with the top 0 list. Here, a lot of talk shows like to do the top 10 list, but we're only 15 minutes long. We don't have time for that. So every week, we provide a topic that we have 0 answers for. This week's topic, reasons men shouldn't be allowed to breastfeed in public. And for our next skit. Okay, as I mentioned, want to. My dad was really my #1 fan, and it's really gonna. He was at everything. It's gonna be hard to replace that, but life does move on, and so will the show. So tonight we are actually going to have the search for my new #1 fan. So if we could please, it's a segment we like to call Dustin's new #1 fan. So if we could, we're going to bring our contestants out right now. Our first contestant coming to the stage is really excited. My stalker guy.
I love you. That bastard that didn't interrupt his moment of silence, I will find you and I'll kill your mute dad. Don't care about him. I love Dustin.
That's good. We also have a complete stranger here. Thank you. Come on down here. Come on. Come. That's right. Thank you. And our third contestant, because my mom made me, is my brother. So let's give it up for my brothers who come out here. Let's give it up for him, ladies and gentlemen. Boo you! Okay, these are our contestants. Let's give it up for all three of them, huh? Yeah! Okay, so do you each want to go down and say, tell us your name, one thing about yourself?
Yeah, I don't know why I'm here. I was just trying to get a sandwich, and I hate everybody in this room right now.
You sound like a really solid contestant for this show. I like this guy. Contestant #2?
You should always appreciate being right next to the man himself. I'm Jerry Nuts. I'm the president of the unofficial Dustin Kaufman fan club, the Kauf Boys. And Dustin, I've loved everything you've ever done, and I love you so much.
That's a little creepy. All right. And contestant #3.
My name's David.
That's good. Well, why don't you tell him one thing about yourself?
I'm Dustin's brother. I'm obviously his biggest fan, wearing his very
That's
first
interesting.
sweatshirt
Okay.
ever.
All right.
Ever!
Our first question here, contestant #1. If my comedy was an ice cream flavor, what flavor would it be?
I don't know, chocolate?
Oh, is that because you're black?
What? Why was it? It's delicious. Why would it be just because I'm black?
Because you're black. Okay, contestant #2, same question.
When we go Rocky Road!
All right, and contestant brother. If my comedy was an ice cream flavor, what flavor would it be? All right, contestant #1. This question goes back to you. If I was going to retire from comedy, and I was only going to perform one more bit, and you could request it, what bit would you request?
I have no fucking idea.
Great answer. This guy's really good. Contestant #2.
I say tie for all of them. I love them all.
All right, contestant #3.
Weed.
Weed. All right. This guy really knows me. Okay,
I'm here for you, bro.
all right. Our last question here, contestant #1. If I just got off stage from a hell gig, how would you make me feel better?
Please stop talking to me.
I really like this guy, everybody. He's got a lot of potential here.
Terrible answer.
All right, contestant #2. How would you make me feel better after a hell gig?
I don't know what I'd do with myself if I didn't have you. You are my world! So get back out there, you fuck. That's what I would say.
Okay, and contestant #3. If I just got off stage from a hell gig, how would you make me feel better?
I'd look you right in the eye and say, bro, our dad always said there would be a time where we needed to rely on each other. And obviously, now is that time.
Man, that really sums that locks my decision. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner, the new #1 fan, my brother! Yeah! No, I'm sorry. The other brother! Ladies and gentlemen, my brother!
miss you!
Thanks, guys. All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it is a pleasure and honor to bring out our guest this evening. This man has a hit internet show, web series called Kill 'Em All. It is incredible. I'm so honored to have him here to talk about it. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the one and only Jesse Pringle. Hey, welcome. Thanks for having us. Thanks for being here. So, tell our viewers about Kill 'Em All. Congratulations, it's doing great. It's
Thank
incredible.
you. So we've got a web series. It's called Kill 'Em All, and that's it.
It's going to be a really short interview.
I hate to ruin the plot. But
Oh, do you have a? You tell them.
no, really, it's called Kill 'Em All. It's about it's actually an organized crime drama set in modern day Kansas City, all filmed entirely in Kansas City. For the purpose of I'm from Kansas City, and Kansas City's got enough stories itself, and especially about fictitiously or inspired by organized crime. The whole city was, in my opinion, built on or inspired by organized crime. So it's a great story and a great backdrop, and thankfully enough, we've still got the some of the original architecture of the city to be able to film it.
And I love the cinematography of it, and the color of it, and just the feel of it.
We were really lucky. The director and primarily the cinematographer also is Sean Wright, and the two of us got together and came up with the storyline, and we thought it'd be a good idea to just go out and start shooting, and that's how we started. So.
And you actually, we have a lot of comedy fans who watch the show. You actually do have some comedians on this show. You always see these comedians play the best, darkest character. Like, it really comes off. I know you've had Will C and the local guy Michael Gomez on as well.
Right.
Now Gomez has a full part through the whole second season. Is that right?
He does. Michael Gomez actually plays the character of Michael Martucci, who's the son of the mafia boss in Kansas City, who then in turn becomes the mafia boss.
So did Michael not let you change his name for the show? He's like, you can change my last name, I get it. I will go by Michael.
He did. And all the M&Ms had to be green.
Green and full of tequila. What are you holding here?
Oh, I brought you a t-shirt.
No,
not that I'm not arrogant enough.
I'll wear it.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'll wear it, man. All right, so I saw the trailer for the second season recently. Where and when can people find the second season? And the first season, if you haven't seen it, to catch up.
Season 1, thankfully, it is still viewable to see online. We've got 4 episodes, and proud to say that it was an award-winning season. I took it back out to Los Angeles to the Web Series Festival out there, competed against 27 different countries, and what we filmed entirely in Kansas City reigned supreme. They gave us, best director, writer, producer, co-star, score. We had best theme song, which was a local indie band, Flanagan's Right Hook, which is local indie Irish folk band. So yeah, it was great.
And that's wonderful. It also goes along that lines of something you see more and more these days, where you don't have to go to one of the 3 big cities to create. With social media, with the internet, if you're good, if you know what you're doing, if you're dedicated, you can build that fan base anywhere. You can work right from the comfort of your home and do exactly the same thing. And thanks for doing it here in Kansas City. I appreciate you having us on. Ladies and gentlemen, check out Kill 'Em All. Thank you for coming out, Jesse. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have another very special guest in the house, live performance. This is actually Cough Drop's first stand-up comedian. Pleasure to have him. Put your hands together for the one and only Matt Keck.
Hey gang. Yeah, I had a flex, but I think you guys get the point. No, I try to work out, I do. But like every time I take the before and after picture, and then I stop working out before the after picture. So now I just got a folder on my computer full of pictures of me without my shirt on, looking fat as fuck. I think it says something about me that I have never been jealous when one of my friends had a baby, but I have always been jealous when one of my friends had a pizza. And people always ask me, like, when are you gonna have a baby? And I get it. I'm going on 30, and the longer you wait, the more chances you have of having a Forrest Gump baby pop out. But why would I want a baby? Babies are terrible. They're stupid and clumsy, and they break all the awesome stuff. And I have a lot of awesome stuff. And they start breaking awesome stuff from the very beginning when they treat the walls of your vagina like the city of Jericho. I went to a 1-year-old birthday party recently, and it just reaffirmed my feelings. I don't know if you guys have been. There's nothing for the adults to do except for the cake. Have you seen what they let the little bastard do to the cake? He just tears into that shit face first. Looks like a kid with Down syndrome eating out Lindsay Lohan. It's covered in glaze and brown flecks. Somehow a candle wound up in its ear. And I'm tired of the baby on board sign, okay? Seems a little pretentious. Just because you were irresponsible enough to get knocked up doesn't mean I have to stop texting and driving, okay? Like, just because you couldn't keep your knees closed, I can't take 7 shots of whiskey and get behind the wheel on the interstate? Shit, at this point I've had enough to drink, I might as well just let Jesus take the wheel. Like you said, I put a lot of videos on the internet because I'm kind of a jackass. I don't know if you guys have got on YouTube and read the comments, but they can be pretty mean. They'll say things like, hey, you fat fucking faggot, why don't you go die in a house fire? And I'm like, whoa, guys, calm down. This would be a whole lot funnier if we used Pokemon names instead of cuss words. You could say something like, suck my Diglett, and I'd say, yours mad because I Bulbasaur'd your mom, took a Charizard on her chest, whipped out my Weedle Squirtled all over them Metapods. Then I shoved a Cellflower up her Poliwag, my Jigglypuffs were bouncing off her Butterfree, bitch! So I don't get laid a lot. I get even less repeat sex, and I think it's because every time I do have sex, I use the announcer's voice from NBA Jam. They just yell things like, razzle dazzle from downtown! Every time I come, I go, boom, shakalaka! Of course, when I wake up to go pee the next morning, he's on fire! I'm feeling kind of weird, guys. I don't know if you guys realize this. We just passed the 5-year anniversary of Michael Jackson's death. Really threw me off. I mean, the anniversary of his death is now old enough for him to molest it.